What is up, bros? Me, Josh here. Today's video, we're going over the brand new mod policy World of Warships has enacted into their game. Now, mods have been a pretty touchy subject for a long time. It's something that if you've ever seen my stream talking about mods, I'm pretty against mods overall. I know that there's a lot of mods that do nothing to the game, but I'm really against the mods that bring something that the game doesn't have. To me, it brings an unfair advantage. Of course, there are these super extreme mods that would 100% I would say be cheating with kind of the aim hack and stuff like that. But Wargaming, it seems to be having a very aggressive approach on cleaning up their game for all these extra mods. Now, if you've ever used mods, Aslanes is probably the most popular one you've heard. I don't know if there are other ones. I'm not big into the modding community for World of Warships, but Aslanes is by far the most popular. A lot of people use it. And, some people just want to change up their port, get historically accurate flags, change the shell tracers and stuff like that. Pretty minor stuff, but there are some things I think Wargaming is really trying to cut down on, and that's stuff that's going to give you an advantage, and it's the stuff I've been pretty against for a while. Basically, what they are saying right here is I will put a link down below as well. As World of Warships is about fair play, and we have zero tolerance for cheaters. So what they're kind of hinting at here is there have been some views of or some examples of there are aim hacks and stuff like that in the game. There are lead timers. There are kind of these extra things that basically do the aiming for you. If you put your reticle here, you're gonna hit the ship, center mass, blah blah blah. There's even been some things about even seeing ships or if you put torps, and there's all kinds of these extra stuff. I haven't ever seen it in game or really ever thought of people having it in game. But there are videos out there of people using these cheats and stuff like that. And it seems like Wargaming is really trying to cut down on basically a lot of the third party stuff. They appreciate, they even said that here, they encourage creative modifications, but I think what they're trying to hit is they're basically okay with cosmetics. Anything that is going to affect the game and give it an unfair advantage is going to be kind of this red flag. They have added that they are basically making a list of their own mods, or that they have pre-moderated and safe to use, and if you are going to use anything outside of that, you could potentially get these one of three strikes or get into this three-strike rule. So basically the ones that are coming to mind is stuff that could potentially cause problems unless Wargamer is going to add these at some point. Stuff in the past, now that they've been added to the game, so stuff like smokescreen is what added to the game. Last known position originally was not in the game, was a mod, now into the game. Smoke timer, stuff like that. But stuff like stoplight mod, I would expect to be kind of red flagged unless they add that to the game. It basically gives you an unfair advantage, lets you know if a ship is moving or whatnot. I've seen a lot of people use it on the streams of the angling mod, so you know what their angle is compared to you. Stuff like that is potentially going to get this red flag and get you into the trouble of this strike system, this three-strike system. So it's pretty simple in what they're going to do. Pretty much, if you were going to use these mods outside of their list, you could potentially, assuming that there's just a system going around checking what mods you're using, is boom, you're instantly going to get a strike one, which is basically just a simple warning. It's all going to be by email, which is kind of interesting. I think it would be good. In the comments below, people are saying, hey, it should be something in game, a warning in game. I do agree. There's a lot of people, if it does go to spam or it does go to whatever, you might not see it, and all of a sudden you're on to 2 and 3 and you don't know, especially if it's something that, people have been using Aslanes for a long time just to open up training room, because training room isn't even available in the vanilla game. Either you have to change one of the files or you have to download Aslanes to open it. So it could be something very, very simple like that. But maybe something in game would be kind of nice. A message in game. There's a messaging system there. So one is just a warning. Strike two, if you keep using it, is a 7-day ban, a pause on basically your account, so 7-day suspension on your account, and then strike three, of course, is permanent. So these are all things that can be, you can send in and get it changed or something like that. If again, it's reviewed case by case. So you can contact their customer support, and they can probably, if you didn't know or blah blah blah, you didn't know that was one of the bad mods that were red flagged. So you will be getting these emails if you are using these mods. In my opinion, guys, mods aren't really needed. If you want to use some cosmetic stuff, I don't think Wargame is going to really get that. If you want the historical German flags, or you want the historical Japanese flags, or you want to have camos or whatever from any of the animes that World of Warships is partnering up with, I don't think that's going to be the problem. It's going to be really stuff that's affecting gameplay, which is going to be stuff like, I would say, stoplight and the angling mod, and other things that could potentially, quote, look as cheating. I think Wargame is going to really kind of hunker down on that. Everyone kind of, I've been accused of aim hacking and aim botting and stuff like that. And, a lot of people you see it in, in salty chats all the time that, that guy's using aimbot or aimbot's rampant. Most of the time, I don't think it's rampant. Most of the time, I don't think it's something that is there. It's most likely just a good shot or a skilled player or something like that. I think probably 99% of the time it's not, but they are definitely out there. And I think Wargaming really wants to kind of clean up their game. And so that's kind of cool. Also, one thing that'd be really really nice is this tear down. This breaks down the amount of bots potentially. Again, bots probably aren't as prevalent as a lot of people think. But they definitely are out there. So that might be kind of cool. These people running bot accounts, basically they just don't really do anything, could potentially cause a game. So looks like Wargaming is really kind of hunkering down on this. Like I said, I'll put a link down on this so you guys can check what kind of player modifications are basically approved for them, because I don't want you guys to get in trouble. But this is definitely going to cause a little bit different. In my opinion, just play the vanilla game. There's tons of stuff in game. Learn the game. I think if you get too reliant on mods and there's a slow delay or a delay on the update, it's kind of interesting watching people play game when they don't have their mods, because you become so reliant on it. On, is that ship going to be angled enough? Is that ship moving? Is this ship this? Is it that? Is it this? Just play the game vanilla. There's plenty of information in the game, and I think it's overall you just enjoy it more instead of being reliant on some third-party thing. So, and just staying safe too. I don't want you guys going out there and getting strikes and getting 7-day suspensions, or even if you don't get the emails or whatever, a lifetime ban. You don't want that. So just wanted to go over this, guys. I think this is kind of long overdue. It'd be interesting to see how much they enforce this and kind of how many accounts maybe get like struck on the first strike. It'll be really kind of interesting how kind of hardcore they are on kind of cleaning up the quote unquote modding community for this kind of thing, because they're for it, but I think it's purely for the cosmetic stuff, and a lot of people are using those mods for for getting an advantage into the game. So we'll see. Overall, kind of interesting. The mod policy, the 3-strike rule for World of Warships, it'll definitely change the game a little bit. So hope you guys are enjoying the game recently, and there's lots of new stuff coming. So just want to get this kind of out there, give you guys a quick little video over it. And like I said, I'll put a link down below with all the extra info, and you can go check out the forums for the in-depth kind of rules. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.